Welcome back to another Spirit Island video. In this video, I'm going to be covering another miscellaneous topic, this time looking at Tabletop Simulator versus Spirit Island Digital. Now, this is a video that I came out with about a year ago, and some things have changed, so I figured might as well revisit this topic. So, there are two ways to play Spirit Island online. Well, actually, there's more than that, but I'm just going to discuss two ways, and that is with the Tabletop Simulator um, application or game, and that can be found on Steam, or the official Spirit Island digital game, and that can also be found on Steam. What I'm showing you here, this is Tabletop Simulator, and there is a mod that you can subscribe to get tabletop or to get the Spirit Island content. Now, TTS is going to include all current Spirit Island content, so that means you're going to get your Horizons, your base game, your Feather and Flame, your Jagged Earth, some more Feathered and Flame, and as well as the Nature Incarnate expansion. You're going to get all of the adversaries, all of the scenarios, all of the rules. So it's going to give you everything with TTS. Now, Spirit Island Digital is in the process of getting everything, but it still lacks a large part of the game. It's lacking that Jagged Earth expansion. So currently we only have Many Minds, Stone, and Vengeance. We are missing a lot of spirits. We are missing our volcano here, Fractured, Starlight, Shroud, Lure, Memory, Trickster. So these are the Jagged Earth spirits that we're currently missing. Now, I believe they just did a stream, or they're going to do a stream that is going to showcase their Fractured days. So Fractured is the next spirit, and at their current pace, they're coming out with an expansion or like a mini release of Jagged Earth every I think it's like 2 months. It looks like, because the last one was in May, and I believe the next one will be in July. So every 2 months they're knocking out one of the part of Jagged Earth expansion, but that still leaves that Feather and Flame. So that means that that's going to leave both Downpour and Finder. We still need to wait for. In addition, we have none of the Nature Incarnate expansion. My guess is the rest of Jagged Earth and Feather and Flame is probably going to take about 1.5 years to release. And that's just my estimate. I bet, well, maybe it's closer to about 1 year. I think probably June of next year, all of Jagged Earth and Feather Flame will be completely released. Um, and then probably 2 to 3 years for all of the up to date Nature Incarnate stuff to be fully released. So it's unfortunate, but that's just the reality. Now, I do think digital having access to the Jagged Earth cards have definitely made it more appealing for myself, because now we have a fully fleshed out miner deck. So let's look at costs. So TTS is going to be $20, and Spirit Island Digital, there is a $70 bundle that is going on at this time. So yeah, so $20 for pretty much everything, or $70 for some of it. Once again, my guess is when everything is included, once we get the NI and Feather and Flame, this will probably be about $100. So TTS is able to do custom content, and this is stuff that you guys have already seen. I was able to showcase the the custom made content from other players, as well as some of the dev content, including Spreading Rot, as well as Covets. So we're able to load in that custom content, and we're able to play test it or just play it. Spirit Island Digital, you're not going to be able to do that. As well as TTS, you're going to be able to do house rules. As you guys have seen, I've thrown back majors, minors, uniques, not uniques, events. There are tons of things that I include with house rules for TTS and SI Digital. No house rules, and of course, no freedom. So there's no freedom in Spirit Island Digital. You have to play an honest and clean game per the rules. TTS, you have a little bit more freedom and flexibility. Now, so all of this up here, this is all objective information. This next part here with multiplayer, this is more my opinion. I find doing multiplayer games with TTS to be far more smoother than Spirit Island Digital. Digital has made huge strides to include this content, but still the multiplayer is very buggy. And I would say, as you guys have seen with my games with Fortitude, I would say 3 of the last 4 recorded videos we've had bugs and issues with the games. So it's not a good. At least have found that the multiplayer games can be kind of difficult due to just bugs. Um, I also think the UI is a bit clunky. Like I am not able to see when someone drafts power cards on Spirit Island Digital, so that kind of removes that discussion element. Like if I'm playing with a player that doesn't know what cards I flipped, I would have to read them all of the cards, and that can be kind of difficult. Um, difficult with communication. In addition, when you're trying to backtrack on Spirit Island Digital, it tends to be just a pain in the butt. TTS, you just switch some pieces and boom, it's great or it's fixed. Digital is just clunky and awkward. Now, some of the benefits of digital versus TTS. So, digital, you're going to have those visual effects, you're going to have music, and I love that. It feels like I'm playing a video game, and that's what digital does really well. TTS, there's no visual effects, or music. This is what you get. You might get some button clicks or like card shuffling noises, but there's no music, none of that. So I really like that digital has that. The one thing that would make digital so much better is if we could get access to not access, but just like special effects for majors. Like if I play Tsunami and I get a giant ocean wave that hits the coast or whatever. I don't know. Like little effects would go a long way. Now, of course, this is my guess a low budget team. So I don't know if that's something that's possible. But when I play Magic the Gathering Arena, when you play those big heavy hitting cards, or if I'm playing Hearthstone, you play those big cards, you get these really cool effects. And if they can implement that into digital, that would be a huge increase in stock. So another thing, so the biggest benefit to digital and why I've been playing more of it on the channel is it's almost impossible to make rules mistakes. So um, pretty much every game there's no rules mistakes. Now, of course, if there is a digital bug, then that could be a problem. But I find that rules errors for digital are very, very rare. Now with TTS, you're gonna find rules mistakes. It's very common for you to play a game, especially as you guys have seen in my recording videos. Now, of course, recording videos is a little bit different because I'm multitasking. I have to entertain as well as play a game as well as execute actions. So more rules mistakes occur while making videos than they do just playing with a group of friends. But if you're playing with 6, 7 people, like a very large group, I've played Spirit Island with 8 people before. When you're playing with so many people, there's bound to be some mistakes or some errors, and that is the biggest negative to TTS over digital. There's another thing that I have, or I didn't write down here, and that is Spirit Island Digital. You're able to play on your phone, or at least I heard you're able to. So that is a huge plus. I don't play Spirit Island on my phone, but if you're able to get this digital on your phone, oh wait, yeah, it looks like you can. See right here. I've actually never read this banner. The fact that you can play Spirit Island on your phone and tablet, that's gonna go a long way to extending or expanding the life of Spirit Island Digital. TTS, this is a playing TTS without a mouse and keyboard just sounds miserable. And I have done it before with just a little like a mouse pad, and it was just terrible experience. So that is a huge benefit to digital. So if I were to recommend one or the other, I would recommend TTS 100% unless you are traveling or unless you're playing solo, then probably digital. I find playing solo to be smoother on digital than on TTS, but I think maybe that could also just be I've played so much TTS, I just want a different change in scenery, a different background change. So hopefully this video was informative to somebody that was wanted to see the differences between TTS and Spirit Island Digital. Maybe in a year I'll remake this video once more of this content has come out so we can discuss it. Now, I know I said I favor TTS, but as you guys have seen, I'm playing more and more digital. So compared to last year, digital has made massive strides, and I'm really happy that they did that. And hopefully, we can see more strides so that I can show more videos of SI Digital. I know I mentioned visual effects. I think that's probably never going to happen. But what some things that would improve it would be if they enable a sandbox mode, so allowing players more freedom as well as the ability to include house rules, custom content that probably won't happen, but like the ability to maybe redraw a major or redraw an event, I think could go a long way. Even if it's just like a toggleable option, that could go a long way to making games more interesting. Another thing would be if they allowed players to save recordings of games. Like I would love to save a playthrough of a game so that I can send it to a friend or so that I can review it in my reviews of the games. I think that would go a long way to just like learn where I might have made mistakes in a specific game. And that's something that TTS doesn't have. Like I can save a game and I can annotate what I'm doing, but if I can have a digital log that's permanently saved, or at least temporarily saved, I think that could go a long way to increasing the value of digital. If you like this video, like and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video.